Okay, as you can see, Crafter Hacks is on the air. Frugal finds no more. I wanted to take some time to thank Larry Vieira and John Suski. I hope you didn't butcher names too much there, for helping me come up with the name for my new project. Now, I want to get started right away with everything with a little segment I like to call Frugal Finds. And when we're going to get the materials that we're actually going to use in our first project. So I'm really excited getting started with it. I hope you are. Let's get started right away. But look what I found today. For all of you terrain scapers out there, these are bits of ceramic with a flat bottom there. I think these are going to be perfect. Let me get that in shot here for doing some training. So I'm actually grabbing a full bag full of these items and just kind of just grabbing little bits and pieces. Just be careful. You know, if you have the ability to grab a pair of gloves, I would suggest doing so. Otherwise, you can have a small issue with things bunching up on you, cutting you, things like that. And you don't want a tetanus shot when you're trying to dig. Me, I'm just kind of sifting through the top pieces, not really digging through. But yeah. And from that crafting bonanza, I was able to get a lot of those concrete pieces that's used to actually seal up wood and brick and stone inside like dwelling. They used to slap that stuff on there on a lot of old dwellings. But we're actually going to use that in our craft today. That's right. My first crafting video is going to be one of the most simplest things to create. Scatter terrain castle ruins. These are things you can't really mess up, even though you can. It's just going by the ground rules and be creative and imaginative, and you'll see that you can create all kinds of scatter terrain pieces to put all over either a war game or just hunting through some ruins and crypts and just necropolises. Necropolis. Anyway, I'm going to show you the materials we're going to need to get this started. And we're going to go all the way up to the point of painting and flocking. That's going to be in the next video. So it's going to be a two-parter. I'm really excited to get started. I'm going to show you those materials. And let's get to the table. Thank you, Johnny. Now here are the items you need. First, you need a paintbrush for all of our base painting and everything we're going to do in our details there. Maybe a sponge. Also, I want to make sure you get some cardstock, some cardboard, and those 1-inch squares of foam core. Those will definitely be necessary for this. I use absorbent. You can also use kitty litter, small rocks, whatever you can find. Also, our two main glue sections are going to be our cheap Elmer's glue and a hot glue gun. I sometimes like to keep around a square of sandpaper just in case. And then finally, our main pièce de résistance. The concrete pieces that I found in that frugal find are going to be used in this project. Because of that, we're creating those ruins and setting it up in this way. This is our trash to treasure transmutation. Okay, now we're starting with our cardstock. I use comic book protector sheets. They're actually a lot thicker than regular cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and cut myself out of shape here. And now that I've got myself a good solid shape, I'm going to get some cardboard and match it up. Now we want the cardboard piece to actually be smaller than the cardstock. So I went ahead and inked this out so that I can make sure that I don't overlap anywhere that I could. And just you can use any kind of pen. Ballpoint, gel point, whatever the case may be. You want to make sure you don't cut outside that line, but cut as much inside as you want. Now, once you have a nice shape to work with, and it's going to be inside that cardstock, you want to go ahead and glue that cardstock down. And once that's in place there, using your hot glue gun, we can go ahead and affix our cardboard to that. Now, we also want to get rid of all this corrugation that's sitting on here too. As you can see, this is going to be fairly sturdy, but we want to go ahead and seal that up so there's no holes in our terrain. Now, once we've done that, we went ahead and put some glaze on the top of it all around, so this whole piece will be tiered up. Now you can all go over it with the side of the glue gun, kind of round out some of those edges. But what you want to do now is you want to take that concrete bit. Now, if you don't have concrete and just want to use plaster, flat rocks, anything like that, that's perfectly fine. But we're going to go ahead and fix that at a weird angle. It doesn't have to be straight on. It doesn't have to be perfectly up and down, because these are castle ruins. See, I have mine at an angle there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and on one side of this, I'm going to attach a block, but that's a little too tall. So I'm going to crack that down, and I'm going to make a little pillar coming up off the side there. Oops, be careful there. All right, so I got that set up, and I'm going to glue right along the side of this painted concrete there. And you notice I went all the way up, and then I did that so I could slide my pillar down and into position. Now, I went ahead and took some styrofoam blocks, and I went ahead and accentuated some of the sides so that it looks like there was actually brickwork here. Now, not every place should have it. That's fine. I'm going to take a couple of little bits here and pieces. Now, this is the best part. This is where I like the most. I'm going to take some of my glue, once I get it open here, and I'm just going to glob areas around the base of my my piece here. Maybe a little bit around the top, because this is where I'm going to put my absorbent clay, my kitty litter, so to speak. Now, you don't want to use kitty litter. They have other kinds of absorbent clay. But I'm just going to sprinkle this on, just like I'm making a strawberry sundae or a blizzard piece or something with a lot of little crispy crumbs and pieces in it. Just to get messy with it. Be creative. Have fun with it. It does not have to be exact. I'm going to adjust this a little bit here. And so I'm making my rock faces here. And now I'm just going to glob a little bit more glue here along the top. Again, you do not want to be precise with this. Have fun with it. This is your creative craft. You should enjoy it. So now I've got all those set up there. And just a couple more pieces there. I like that rock there the way it was. So I'm just going to kind of mess around there with that. Now, in the second half of this video, we're going to talk about painting and flocking this Scattertrain Castle Ruin. That'll be on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you like what you see. Until then, this is John Timmons with Crafter Hacks. Thank you, and have a great day.